Have you ever wondered how to effectively express your opinions in English? Opinions. We all have them. They are the fuel to our conversations, the sparks that ignite debates, and the threads that weave our social interactions. Whether it's about the latest blockbuster movie, political developments, or the best pizza in town, our opinions often define who we are and how we interact with the world around us. In the vast and diverse world of English-speaking communities, being able to articulate your opinions clearly and confidently is a powerful skill. It's like having a key that unlocks doors to deeper, more meaningful conversations, not just in casual discussions with friends over a cup of coffee, but also in more formal contexts such as work meetings, academic debates, and even in written communications like articles and essays. In these situations, your ability to express your opinions does more than just help you participate in the conversation. It can also influence others, shape outcomes, and even lead to breakthroughs in understanding. After all, every great idea, every innovation, every social change started with an opinion, a viewpoint, a perspective. But how do you do it? How do you express your opinions in English in a way that's clear, persuasive, and respectful? That's what this video is all about. We're going to explore advanced phrases like, in my view, one reason for this is, and, for instance. We'll also discover ways to agree or disagree politely, such as, I see what you mean, but, or, that's a valid point. However, these phrases are more than just words. They are tools that you can use to express your opinions, to back them up with reasons, examples, or evidence, and to engage in meaningful, respectful, and productive conversations. By the end of this video, you'll feel more confident expressing your viewpoints and participating in deeper, more meaningful conversations in English. Imagine the story of Jane, a non-native English speaker who was invited to a debate at her local community center. As someone always keen to engage in intellectual discussions, Jane accepted the invitation with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. She knew her English was good, but she was also aware that expressing her thoughts and opinions in a debate format could be a challenge. Let's journey with Jane as she prepares for the debate. Jane, being a conscientious individual, starts by brushing up on her English phrases for expressing opinions. She remembers her English teacher emphasizing the importance of phrases like, in my view, and one reason for this is, in providing a clear, structured expression of personal viewpoints. In my view, she practices, the city council should invest more in public transportation. The phrase, in my view, serves as a soft opener, signifying that what follows is her personal opinion, not an objective fact. It's a polite way to introduce her perspective. Jane continues practicing. One reason for this is that it would reduce traffic congestion. Here, she uses the phrase, one reason for this is, to justify her opinion. It's a phrase that transitions smoothly from her initial viewpoint to the supporting argument, providing a logical progression in her speech. These phrases are not just words strung together. They are tools Jane uses to structure her thoughts and present her arguments in a coherent, persuasive manner. By using them, she ensures that her opinions are not just heard, but also understood and considered. Jane also understands that the art of expressing opinions is not about imposing her views on others, but about engaging in a meaningful conversation. She knows that she must listen to others' opinions, consider their viewpoints, and respond respectfully. This understanding guides her as she prepares for the debate, practicing not just her expressions, but also her listening skills. Jane was able to express her opinion effectively using advanced phrases. Now let's see how she backs up her opinions. As we continue to follow Jane's journey, we'll learn how she uses evidence and examples to reinforce her viewpoints, creating a compelling case for her opinions. Jane was not just expressing her opinions, she was also backing them up with reasons, examples, and evidence. Our heroine Jane, the English language learner, found herself in the midst of a heated debate. But Jane wasn't perturbed. Instead, she was ready to clarify her opinions and shed light on her perspectives. She had a secret weapon, supporting her viewpoints with robust reasons, concrete examples, and compelling evidence. The topic of the debate was climate change. Jane was firm in her belief that immediate action was needed to combat this global crisis. She began her argument by stating her viewpoint clearly. In my view, the severity of climate change is something we can no longer ignore. But she didn't stop there. Jane realized that stating her opinion was only the first step. She needed to support her argument to make it persuasive. So she reached into her linguistic toolkit and pulled out the phrase, One reason for this is the unprecedented rise in global temperatures, Jane explained. She further substantiated her claim by adding, for instance, according to a report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the Earth's average temperature has increased by more than 1 degree Celsius since the 19th century. By using the phrase, for instance, Jane was able to introduce her evidence smoothly and make her argument more convincing. This strategy of backing up opinions with facts, figures, or examples is a powerful tool in any debate or discussion. It not only strengthens your argument, but also demonstrates your knowledge of the topic, enhancing your credibility. Jane's usage of these phrases wasn't random. She was deliberate in her choice of words, understanding that the right phrase at the right time could sway the debate in her favor. By stating her opinion, providing a reason, and reinforcing it with evidence, Jane was able to construct a compelling argument that was hard to refute. Jane did a great job backing up her opinions, but what if someone disagrees with her? Let's explore this in the next scene. After the debate, Jane encountered people who disagreed with her, but she knew how to handle it. Just as the sun rises each day, so does the inevitability of disagreements. Jane realized this truth as she stepped off the debate stage. She found herself surrounded by individuals who saw the world through different lenses. Some agreed with her viewpoint, but others presented counter-arguments, challenging her stance. But Jane was prepared. She had mastered the art of polite disagreement. Let's take a closer look at how she navigated these waters. When her friend Mark, for example, approached her with a differing opinion, Jane didn't shut him down. Instead, she listened attentively to his views, nodding in understanding. Once he finished, she responded, "I see what you mean, Mark, but..." Here, she respectfully acknowledged his perspective, but also signaled that she held a different view. She then proceeded to express her opinion in a calm, composed manner without attacking Mark's viewpoint. This phrase, "I see what you mean, but..." is a powerful tool in the arsenal of polite disagreement. It tells the other person that you've heard and understood their point of view, even if you don't fully agree with it. This softens the blow of disagreement, making it easier to maintain a civil discourse. In another instance, her colleague Sarah brought up a valid point that challenged Jane's stance. Instead of dismissing it outright, Jane acknowledged it by saying, "That's a valid point, Sarah. However..." She then proceeded to present her own perspective, which included reasons and evidence that supported her viewpoint. This phrase, "That's a valid point, however," is another key phrase to use when disagreeing politely. It shows respect for the other person's argument, even as you present your own counter-argument. This fosters an environment of mutual respect and open dialogue rather than one of hostility and conflict. As we see, Jane navigated the aftermath of the debate with grace and courtesy. She listened attentively, responded respectfully, and disagreed politely. In doing so, she not only maintained her relationships, but also enriched the discourse with her thoughtful counter-arguments and perspectives. Jane was able to handle disagreements effectively with politeness and grace. Let's recall the key points and phrases covered in the video. We delved into the power of opinions and how to express them effectively. We learned that phrases like, "in my view," or "one reason for this is," can help articulate our thoughts clearly and convincingly. We also explored polite ways to agree or disagree with phrases such as, "I see what you mean, but," or "that's a valid point, however." These expressions are versatile, suitable for both formal and informal contexts, from casual discussions to work meetings or debates. Furthermore, we journeyed with Jane, witnessing how she utilized these phrases to confidently express and back up her opinions. Her story demonstrated the impact and importance of well-articulated opinions. Remember, the ability to express and back up your opinions in English can open up deeper, more meaningful conversations. Keep practicing, and you'll get there.